So it appears the FTC and Coppa are stripping away family YouTubers' ability to earn advertising revenue from personalized ads. And so some wonderful family YouTubers who have dedicated their lives to creating great content for us and our kids are considering ditching YouTube to go get a traditional job to take care of their families now. If you are one of those YouTubers, we need you. We need your positive, creative, funny, silly videos here for our families and for our kids. So don't fret. Put down your resume for a few minutes because I'm going to give you 5 easy and quick ways to make online income outside of YouTube. I'm Mommy Seed and I help parents start an online business with your kid as your partner so you can do what you love with the people you love. So these 5 ideas I'm going to give you, I'm not talking about making millions and millions of dollars. I'm talking about making some cash while you think about how you're going to restructure your YouTube business if you need to do that. Most of these things I've done myself, so I know from experience that you can use them to have a paycheck in your account in as little as a week's time. So let's jump right into number 1. Number 1 is VIP Kid. Now, if you are a family or kid YouTuber, you probably consider yourself a kid educator. So VIP Kid may be a great way for you to continue working with kids while earning some money. As an educator on VIP Kid, you're basically teaching abroad. What you're doing is working from home, teaching kids in China how to speak English. You're going to be given a curriculum that you teach one-on-one to a kid through your computer. Now, I haven't personally tried this method, but the website claims you can make $22 an hour plus incentives and bonuses. And they were voted one of the top 50 most innovative companies by Fast Company and one of the top remote companies to work for by Forbes. Now, do your due diligence. You can find a ton of pro and con videos out there on YouTube from teachers of VIP Kid giving you their experience working with the company. But this could be a viable way for you to make some quick income doing something that you really like. Number 2 is user testing. Do you catch yourself going to websites and analyzing how it could be better, how it could be more user-friendly? Well, guess what? You can actually get paid to give your opinion. The company User Testing will pay you up to $60 to complete online tasks like reviewing a website and vocalize your opinion on it. I've used this site for years and it's super simple and super easy way to make some quick online income. And since I've personally used this site, I can give you my first-hand feedback on the pros and cons that I've experienced. I'm gonna give you 3 pros. The first one is they say they're gonna give you $10 for a test that is up to 20 minutes. But in my experience, the test lasts no longer than 10 minutes. So you're getting paid $10 per 10-minute test. Not too bad. So if you're able to do a few in an hour and a bunch in a day, you can see how that can add up for you. You can easily make $100 a day if you really commit to doing this. Another pro is that they pay in 7 days without fail. And the money is directly deposited right into your PayPal account. You don't have to wait for it. And the last pro is that you can do these tests on your desktop or on your cell phone. So if you're out and about, you can still have access to making some money. Now for the con. I have 2 to give you. The first one is access to tests. Once you're in the system and ready to work, you're going to do a quick survey to see if you qualify for a test. Now, it only takes a minute to see if you qualify, but you might go through a dozen or so of these quick surveys to see if you qualify for just one test. Now, don't get discouraged. More than likely, you're going to qualify for some tests, but just don't think that you're going to be doing a test every 10 minutes back to back all day. It doesn't work like that. However, like I said, I have used this source as a good viable way to make some quick online income. Another con is, although you can get tests on your cell phone or on your desktop, they aren't the same tests. And this really isn't a problem unless you're only using one of those exclusively, because you're just not going to have access to as many tests as you may want. Number 3 is Poshmark. Now, if you love to shop, this might be the ideal way for you to make some online income. I haven't personally done this myself, but I have some exclusive first-hand insight that I scooped from my friend Amina, who is a Posh ambassador. You can check out her store on Poshmark at Arc Artisan, and I'll post that in the description for you. So Poshmark is basically an online site where you can buy and sell fashionable clothing and home goods. What I love about it is that it feels posh. They live up to their name, okay? It feels like you aren't just getting some random clothes. You're actually getting designer brands curated for your personal taste. So since you like shopping, or maybe you just have a closet full of stuff you want to get rid of, and you want to make some online income, you're going to become a seller through Poshmark. Now, In just about a year's time, my friend Amina has built up a loyal following. She has tons of positive reviews from her clients, and she makes good money on Poshmark. And here are some quick tips she gave me for you. For the pieces you sell, start with your own closet. Start with the things that you have around the house that are quality pieces that you want to get rid of. But then you might want to add a second tier of sales by finding exclusive items through thrift shops. That's a tongue twister. Exclusive items through thrift shops. Exclusive items through thrift shops. And then you might want to add in the third tier of sales through a consignment model. She gets items on consignment with 60% any sale she makes going to her and 40% going to the consignor. Also, one thing you can do is build up a loyal following by shipping quickly. You're required to ship within 3 days, but Arc Artisan, and you, if you are a smart seller, ships within 24 hours. So her customers really appreciate that. Another thing is to know your product. Become familiar with the brands. Become familiar with the pricing. You can search around on Poshmark to get an idea of what people are selling for and the types of items that you want to sell. Another thing is to highlight the beauty of your product. You can keep it simple by photographing your item on a white wall near a window where there's nice, bright, natural light coming through. Or you can step it up with studio lights and some photo editing that really showcases your item like a boutique might. Another tip she gave is to sell your items on eBay as well. You're posting the same items there and you're going to increase your chances of selling the pieces. And note, on eBay, you can sell items outside of just the clothing and the home goods, so you have a lot more options there. Okay, so here are some pros and cons that Amina gave me to give to you to make you a top seller on Poshmark. All right, here are some pros. It's easy. You can start immediately with the things you have in your closet. People are always shopping, so you're always going to have potential customers. And it's really trendy. You know, there's a boom in the thrift and consignment market because we want to be more earth-friendly, right? We want to reuse and not trash everything. So you can renew and breathe some life into some of your old closet pieces. Another thing you can do is to set yourself apart from other sellers by having unique pieces. And one more pro is that you can easily double your clients by getting referrals. Be a good seller and you can get additional clients with no additional work. That's definitely a win. Now for the cons. So, Amina did tell me that it can be a lot of work. But I'm talking to YouTubers here. And even though everybody thinks we just record a video and throw it up on YouTube and that's it, we know that we work extremely hard. It's a lot of work, like a ton of work, right? Can I get a virtual high five? But if you're selling on Poshmark, you want to consider the workload as you're pricing your items. Is it worth the effort if you are posting something for just a small amount of profit? This is why unique, one-of-a-kind pieces will serve you well because you can sell them at a higher price point. Another con is that if you find something that sells really well and you get a good price for it on the sale, you can't replicate it because it's a one-of-a-kind piece. So you're always kind of trying to find that next really great piece that people are gonna be clamoring for. And one thing Amina did mention as a con is if the item is outside of your own closet, it may be a little difficult for you to find pieces to sell. Now, she lives in a hip, popular, fashion-forward city where people have some money, okay? So it's easy for her to find pieces, even in thrift stores, even on consignment, that are very unique. If you live in a smaller area, it may be a little more difficult for you to find those types of pieces. And she did note that mall brands, Gap, Banana Republic, and Taylor are mass-produced, so they're going to sell for a lower price point than those exclusive pieces. So keep that in mind. Another con is the shipping. Shipping is a $7 flat fee, okay? And some customers do complain that the shipping is a bit high, because think about it. If your customer is buying a piece from you for $10 and they have to pay an additional $7 for shipping, that's almost twice as much. So that could be a deterrent. But the way some sellers combat that is to bundle the items. So you might get 3 items for a percentage off of the total sale to encourage your customer to go ahead and make their purchase even though they have to pay that flat shipping fee. They're still getting a good deal overall. Another con is that customer service can be difficult. Come on, Poshmark, what's going on? Customer service has gotta be on top, all right? But she noted that you can't call them. You can't call if you're having a customer service issue. Everything is handled by email. So if your customer has an issue, you're getting the message from them, you have to take it to Poshmark, wait for them to respond, and then get back to your customer. So in this day and age when people want instant gratification, it's kind of difficult to have your customer wait on customer service. And the last con is inventory. So you might have things that just don't sell. What are you gonna do with all those pieces that are sitting there and they just don't sell? Now, if you've gotten those items on consignment, you can give them back. And she did note that she would charge a small fee to give them back because she's done the work of trying to sell the piece and done all the marketing for that. Or you might donate the item to charity. Or another great idea she had is to do pop-up shops. So if there's some items left over, you might want to have a little pop-up shop in your area where you can just go straight out there and sell those items at a good discount to your local customers. So again, this can be a really good way to make some online income, especially if you're into fashion, into clothes. Just want to say thanks to Mina for that information on Poshmark. And if you want to become a seller, go check out her page there. It's Art Artisan. And if you become a seller, you can say Art Artisan referred you. Okay, before we get to the next thing, let's look at what we've learned here. You can totally be in control of your income without having to rely on YouTube. And wait until you hear number 5. If you're used to making 6 and 7 figures a year in online income and you're having that stripped away, that's major, and I truly feel for you. But number 5 might give you some hope that you can, once again, take matters into your own hands and get back to that same level of online income. But before we get into that, number 4. Do you ever wonder who's behind reading those articles you listen to on Amazon Alexa, or, I knew she was gonna do that, or Google Assistant, or maybe on Spotify or iTunes? Most likely, you're listening to Spoken Layer voice artists. Spoken Layer specializes in short-form audio production, distribution, and monetization. Now, as a YouTuber, you know how important sound is, and you probably have perfected speaking on camera. So transferring that voice of yours to purely audio will be easy peasy. Go to the Spoken Layer site, click on Join the Team, scroll down to Voice Artist, and you can get an audition going to become a voice artist. Now, this is one that I have personally done, and basically you are reading articles from major publications that are broadcast through all these different mediums that people listen to. Now, when I started, the pay was $40 per hour of delivered content. That's finished product, plus incentives, and that was narrating about 12 or so articles in an hour. And I've narrated tons of articles. So you may have been listening to my voice reading your Wall Street Journal articles to you. Okay, number 4 piggybacks onto number 5. This one, I'm so excited about this one. I've done this one, and this is something that is great for YouTubers. Number 5 is podcasting. Now, by now, I'm sure you know what podcasting is. It's using voice to cast a spoken message to the world via audio. Did you know that there are currently 86 million people in the US listening to podcasts? And that's just the US. But listen to this. Interactive Advertising Bureau reports that businesses spent $500 million on podcast advertising in 2018. And that's expected to double to $1 billion by 2020. This is why it's so exciting, because you as a YouTuber can take your art, whether it's music, comedy, storytelling, even gaming, create content through your own podcast and monetize that with ad revenue. And not just that, you're making that ad revenue through podcasting, which is great. A lot of businesses are putting their money toward it because they see how it's growing. But there's so many other ways that you can monetize by having a podcast. You can make money through affiliate relationships. You can make money through products, whether they are physical products or online products. And you can make money through services like coaching. So podcasting is one of the top ways that I feel a YouTuber can transition their skills, still use those skills, but still monetize really well. Okay, so I said I was going to give you 5 tips, but I really want to give you this bonus one because it's super juicy and it's something that's happening right now. Bonus tip. Hilton Hotel recently announced that they have created 700 flexible positions where you'll be working at home full-time as part of their reservation and customer care team. Granted, this is more like a traditional job, but it may be for you if you're looking for a steady base salary plus benefits because they offer all of that. Plus, of course, travel perks is Hilton. You can find out information about that by checking out the Hilton website and searching for jobs. Hey, if you found value in this video, please share it with some of your YouTuber friends. And I know you're really gonna find value in this next video. So make sure you click on that right now, and I'll see you over there in the next one. Bye.